Ukraine says it struck two vessels which it says were part of Russia's shadow oil fleet. The Ukrainian Presidential Press Service shared video of the attack online. President Zelensky says the ships were struck at the entrance of the port of Novorossiysk off Russia's Black Sea coast. Ukrainian officials, meanwhile, say up to 10 people have been killed in Russian attacks on Ukraine. In updates posted overnight, some of which refer to attacks on Saturday, casualties were reported in regions including Kherson, Odessa and Sumy. On Sunday morning, Ukraine's military said overnight Russia had attacked with a ballistic missile and 268 drones. Most of the drones were shot down or suppressed, it said. Our correspondent Jessica Parker's following developments in Kyiv.
We got word of this morning. President Zelensky has posted this video as well, and we haven't been able to verify it, but what it shows is a small vessel, possibly an unmanned naval drone, heading towards the rear of a much larger ship. And what President Zelensky is claiming online is that this was part of an operation where Ukraine has struck two, as you mentioned, shadow fleet oil tankers. Not clear what damage may have been caused, although he seems to be suggesting they won't be carrying oil anymore. What is the shadow fleet? People may have heard about that before. It's a group of vessels that Russia is accused of using to basically evade Western sanctions on Russian oil, sanctions imposed following Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. And these vessels are said to use opaque ownership structures, flag-hopping tactics, spoofing their location as well. So President Zelensky claiming that they have struck two of these vessels overnight, as you say, in waters just off a Black Sea port. And that is, of course, as Kyiv has been intensifying its strikes on Russian oil interests recently. Kyiv says that this is a legitimate thing to do because Russian oil exports help fund Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Moscow has accused Kyiv of destabilising energy markets. But it appears, although, as I say, we don't have a lot of details, some further strikes of this nature. We haven't been told exactly when, but we heard about this this morning from President Zelensky and the Ukrainian government.
And Jess, it has been a day or so of intense bombardments by Russia on Ukraine. Tell us more about where these have been taking place.
Yes, so we've been getting notifications and updates from Ukrainian officials. These are about strikes, largely drones, but other kinds of strikes as well, that appear to have happened, according to Ukrainian officials, overnight and over the course of yesterday as well on Saturday. Here in Kyiv, we did hear some sirens yesterday, but the casualties we're hearing reported, including approximately 9 or 10 people dead. We're still sort of getting updates from Ukrainian officials with regions affected, as you were mentioning before, including Sumy, Odessa as well. So Ukrainian officials reporting that. It does appear, according to Russian officials, that Ukraine has launched drones the other way as well. According to a Russian governor in the port of Primorsk, another Russian oil terminal, that they say they repelled 60 Ukrainian UAVs, drones, and that there was a particular attack on the port of Primorsk where there was a fire, but there were no oil spills recorded, and the fire, according to the Russian officials, was eliminated. So some exchange of drone attacks overnight, but certainly, sadly, casualties are reported here in Ukraine over the past 24 hours or so.
Jess Parker in Kyiv.